Welcome students. Today we are going to see the topic on purpose of database systems. The objective of the session is to know about the purpose of the database systems, and the outcome of the session is going to be understand the disadvantages of file systems and understand the purpose of database management systems. So let's see the outline of today's session. We'll be coming across the overview of database management system and why do we need databases and the drawbacks of using file systems to store the data. So there are 7 drawbacks over there. First we'll see about data redundancy and inconsistency, difficulty in accessing the data, data isolation, integrity problem, atomicity problem, concurrent access anomalies, security problems. So let's recall the previous, that is, what is data? Database is the collection of related data, and data is the collection of facts and figures that can be processed to produce the information. Okay, mostly the data will be representing the recordable facts. So the data will aid in producing the information which is based on the facts. For example, if we have the data about the marks obtained by all the students, we can conclude from the marks, we can conclude the toppers and the average marks. So let's see the basic definitions in DBMS. That is, data is nothing but the raw facts that must be formatted for storage, processing and presentation. So coming to the definition of database, it's a collection of interrelated data, and database management is nothing but the creation and maintenance of a collection of organized data. And database management system is a software package designed to define, manipulate, retrieve and manage the data in a database. So let's see the concepts about the file system. So in a typical file system, the electronic data are directly stored in a set of files. If only one table is stored in a file, they are called as flat files. In files, the values are stored in each row, separated with a special delimiter for like commands. In order to query some random data, first it is required to parse each row and load it into an array at one time. But for this file should be read sequentially because there is no control mechanism in file. Therefore, it is quite inefficient and time-consuming process while using file system. And the second hurdle is to locating the files. That is, locating the position of or the place of the file. The user either has to perform each task manually or has to write a script that does them automatically with the help of the file management capabilities of the operating system. So these all issues with the file system leads to the serious issues of inconsistency, inability for concurrency, data isolation, threats on integrity and lack of security. Okay, so let's see what are the features that led to move from file system to database, the need for databases. So for that, what are the features available in file system? We need to know about that. Okay, so what are the problems in file system? You have to understand that problem. Okay, if you have some data, you need a database to store it. Okay, so for storing, there are so many data formats for there. The data formats may be text, numbers, dates, amounts, images, audio, video, documents. Okay, so the text files or the spreadsheets could be used to store the data. So why do we need the databases? Okay. Suppose if you're running a small business, you can start storing the data in text files and spreadsheets. Okay. So this setup works for a small business. Okay. If you're having data, then you need to store that particular data in files. What are the problems that after storage in file systems? They are the examples of problems or size of data. If you go on increasing the size of data, there comes the problem in file system. Then if you're going on updating the data, there comes the problem in file system. Then accuracy, security, redundancy, incompleteness of data. So all of these are the problems faced while using the file system. Okay. So if for the problem data size, that is, the spreadsheet solution is not scalable. Scalable means if you're moving on increasing the size of the data, it won't work in the spreadsheet or file system. Okay. For that purpose, you need to go for splitting the files and store it in different locations. Okay. So what is the second problem? Updation. Okay. So multiple people cannot edit. In the other case, the people can override the other changes. So this leads to the problem of inconsistency of data. Okay. Next comes the accuracy problem. Okay. If there is no validation, that leads to accuracy problem. Validation means checking the correctness of the data. Okay. So what is the next problem is security. That is, anyone, any person can see any data. So if you're using the file system, there won't be having any security of data also. So some business functions needs to have security. Okay, the next problem is redundancy. Redundancy means nothing but multiple copies stored at different locations. So multiple copies are inefficient also. Okay. The redundancy problem leads to accuracy also. The data won't be accurate or inconsistent data will be there because of the duplicate data. Okay. So redundancy also leads to ease of updating issues also. The next problem is incomplete data. So for all these problems, the database is required to prevent the problems associated with the file system. Okay. So database is required. The first problem we have seen is size. The size is not an issue while going for database. Updation or modification is also very easy process when you are carrying out in a database system. The validation also takes place in database. That is, checking of the correctness of the data is also carried out. So there won't be any accuracy problem also. Okay, security is also implemented in database. Okay, back and a recovery process is also available while using database. Backup is also backup of data and the recovery of data is available. Okay. So next we'll see the need for database management. The database management system provides a highly efficient method for handling large amount of different types of data in an easy manner. The database allows data to be stored systematically. The data can be easily retrieved, filtered, sorted and updated efficiently and accurately. So we'll see the purpose of database system. In early days, the applications were built on the top of the file system. So we'll see The drawbacks of using the file systems to store the data. Data redundancy and data inconsistency, difficulty in accessing the data isolation, integrity problem, atomicity problem, concurrent access anomalies, security problems. Thank you. We will continue in the next presentation.